Okay, guys, we're going to upload you here.
Henry. Henry. You guys, Liz, you can probably start leaving if you want. Okay.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I'm so done.
Does she have it? Does she have it? No, I'll call you real quick if she doesn't. Assume you're just coming here unless I call. But keep your phone close. Bye. Hi.
Let me give a quick check. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Very end there was a bit much.
I don't think she's in this load.
You got to make another trip? Hello. You have the bouquet. I'm assuming that's what they're talking about. Henry just said that. So as long as she has something. All right then. Come on down. We're good. All right. Thanks. Bye. Liz already had it.
Right over there. Nice dress. All right. Okay. All right, Virginia. I'm here, and you're going to take that step now, okay?
Thank you, guys.
One more. All right. You got it. Okay, you got it.
I'm good going up, coming down.
All right, guys. Way to go. I really appreciate you guys playing along on that one there. All right, yeah, okay, you good? Okay. All right, way to go. Way to go. Yeah, you got it. I know. Awfully rocky. All right, I'm going to take the time now to turn the wagon around so we don't have to ride that bank without.
Oh, okay. This is one.
I did it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, this is everybody. Or if they. Well, I don't know.
The bride is expected shortly, if we can find her.
She's all set, ready to go.
She is?
Yes.
Okay. Who's going to say that? Gary, you going to call?
I didn't recognize this from behind it.
I think I know. Right behind. Are you supposed to be standing up here? Get my mom. Get my one more, Debbie. Tell me to take his sunglasses.
Oh, so far so good. I mean,
I'm telling you, I'm sorry. You're rocking it.
Thank you.
Yeah, next to Dad. Yep, not a little boy. Martha Clark.
They're here.
Yep.
They're coming.
There's been a sighting.
I see a vehicle coming which may have arrived.
They were here yesterday. I saw Stu yesterday.
I saw Super Jane
And Jay is hoping there is one.
I think there's somebody in that car that we know. I know she walks right here. I don't have any pictures. I don't know. There they are.
It is.
Just give me a signal whenever.
Thank you very much. Gonna head on up with.
That's why it's here.
Okay, join Jay.
Hey, Chris finally made it. Hey, Chris.
Chris, the best man is here to support us.
Chris.
Go ahead. Found it again.
Tried to run away, yeah. That's all.
Hey, nice. Yeah.
Welcome all to the wedding of Jacob Close and Deborah Ellis. Jay and Debbie are both so pleased that you're here to celebrate this wonderful occasion. They also want to thank you for coming out on a Monday, which they understand might have been tricky for some. And they especially want to thank Martha Clark for allowing them to hold their wedding on this farm.
Hey, Martha.
Clark family.
This is a very dear place to Jay and Debbie. They met here 3 years ago. Debbie painted and ran school tours while Jay drove tractors and worked around the farm. They had seen each other around for a while. Jay noticed Debbie's wild blonde mane, and Debbie noticed Jay's cow hat. She thought this was very cute. They talked some and learned that they both liked bluegrass. Finally, Debbie offered to buy Jay a birthday drink after work, and now here we all are, a few years later.
Woohoo!
Jay and Debbie are so eager to spend their lives together. Anyone who knows them has seen the remarkable kindness they show to one another. They always strive to say please and thank you to one another, to say I'm sorry when they're wrong, and I love you when they're wronged. These simple kindnesses will serve them well in their united future. Jay and Debbie will now alternate in the reading of their joint vows.
Okay. I'll begin. We recognize that we will change, grow through our lives together, and we promise to love each other through those changes as we grow up together.
We promise to work together to overcome obstacles and troubles that we could not overcome alone.
we strive to better ourselves so that we can help to better each other.
We promise to never take each other for granted and always to remember how lucky we are to have one another.
It's true.
Will the ring bearer now please present the rings?
Okay. That's yours.
Jay, please repeat after me. I, Jacob, take Deborah
I, Jacob, take Deborah
to be my wife,
to be my wife,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or poorer,
richer and or poorer,
for as long as we both shall live.
for as long as we both shall live. Can I get the ring on now?
Yes. Debbie, please repeat after me. I, Deborah, take Jacob
I, Deborah, take Jacob
to be my husband,
to be my husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
for richer or poorer,
for richer or poorer,
for as long as we both shall live.
as long as we both shall live. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I now declare you husband and wife. You may now kiss your booth. I now present to you Mr. and Mrs. Close.
And now Jay has to go back to his duties of driving the truck.
Man's gonna make a living.
That's right.
We'll all load back onto the wagon for a ride back up.
Well, thank you. And thank you all for coming. Yes.
Congratulations.
There is food and beverage and frivolity up at the upper area.
So excited.
Just a short wagon ride away.
She's here. Just like that, you lost the girlfriend. What's that?
You photobomb it. We did it.
That's Chris.
You did it. Showed up.
And don't forget that you can walk back. Walk back to it.
Why don't we walk back to
Okay, wait, or congratulations.
Thank you. Come on board, guys. Everybody wants their photos and that's
Watch your step.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for the picture, Hannah.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to see you.
Yeah, we're gonna drive you up there. Oh, it was not much to it, but it happened. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, that was so amazing.
Okay, you two have to turn to me before you take a couple more people so that you're not crying. Because it'll happen really fast. So I'm interrupting.
Yes, I can.
Debbie, look at me. Oh, you can hug Paul.
Alcohol, it
Please hug
will
Paul.
be easy.
Take that picture too.
Oh, Paul.
Oh, don't worry. That's so much that you came really, really well. Such a good marriage. Thank you. You did me right, and you
Thank you. Okay, we're getting a lot of walkers. This is okay.
His sister is married.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Well, we're here for you. Not too bad, guys. Yeah, that is.
Guys, we start moving people out.
Did you guys eat? Very good. Thank you.
There is a
I didn't cry all morning.
Oh, wouldn't you do it warm?
No, mine is it's canvas.
Oh, okay.
It's still nice. It's like khaki material. But also,
Never mind.
also it's like wearing a skirt. Like if you're wearing slacks right now. Yeah, exactly.
I was thinking like wool. Were our bows the shortest bows?
So I see a guy recently wearing like one of those run to the point.
We are married. I don't think it's an actual
We plan on it.
It's true. Congratulations, mosquito eating.
Coming is true Debbie closest. It freaked me out when she gave me the little name tag. She was like, "You can use these on your envelopes." It said Deborah Close. They really honor you guys.
That are guiding
They
traffic.
really mean a lot.
You wouldn't miss it. Good seeing you. You look great. I don't know about that.
How we get that? This is all these clothes now. I'm really excited.
Yeah, now you get to party.
Yes, I feel like I
love your dress.
done good.
Kind of old school, like Grandma would wear.
Perfect. I do that.
I don't think that's
I know. I mean,
And it's only just traffic.
oh my God, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. I'm really.
That's an honor. That's an honor.
Award winning. I don't know how I everything I can. I want to make sure.
All right. There's still a little bit of room.
Yeah.
There's cars on.
I'm taking this. So there's two seats in the car that we're not doing.
Oh, wait, I want a picture. We still have plenty of room, guys, up here. Okay.
Oh, yes, I know.
Get a room, yeah.
I want a picture.
Now I have one tonight.
Oh, okay, I want a kiss.
Jay's gonna try.
Another one. Awesome. Yes. Woo!
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for helping.
My pleasure. Yay, team.
Yes, yes.
Team sisters. Yay.
I know, right?
Awesome. Whoa.
Growth there.
I mean,
Okay, so who else is on this ride? Friends, you were in
Are you guys walking?
Okay. I want some cheers.
All right, Jay, lock them in.
All right, guys. Same rules apply as what we had before.
Can I check your license, young man? See whether you can take all these people here?
All right.
Did he check his license before he took your daughter?
No, you know.
There was a hearty preliminary check, I'll tell you. They had me on one of those things you put on your fingers.
Hey guys!
Sarah, you gotta sit down.
Yep, I'm waiting for them to actually get on the tractor now. Okay, I'm coming down.
Yeah, we're gonna go
Get a ride, I heard.
And hands up, and hands
wonderful.
up.
It's appropriate.
Keep that dress clean. That's not the pinky up there. Happy
That's the spot apparently.
Just say, what's it worth to be let out? Hey Michael, what's happening today?
A wedding.
Whose wedding? The Debbie and Jay's wedding?
Yes.
Anything to say to the bride and groom there, guys?
Hey, Daddy.
Congratulations, Debbie and Jay.
Hey, Daddy.
Wonderful ceremony.
Daddy.
Bye.
Oh.
Yeah, Steve, kiss the cow. It's good luck, you know. You need the cow.
We all thought it was Debbie's day, but really.
Hey, taking a picture of the cow. Not you.
The cow?
And here comes our dinner.
Is it good?
Juicy.
Awesome, awesome. Any words for Debbie and Jay?
Happy, happy, happy. So excited.
Because the last like 3 days he was around, it declined so fast. What's your day? What's your day?
All right, guys.
Okay, hi. Congratulations, Debbie and Jay. We had to leave early because I had to go get ready for work tonight. But happy wedding. Happy days to the rest of you. Happy days to you.
The Lancers send their regards.
It's a joke. You don't get it. Never mind.
But we have some thank yous to the Clark Eli Oak Farm for just having us out here right now. We really appreciate that. We have the Bull's Head pit beef. That's our caterer here, so I encourage you guys to come and enjoy the pit beef. And we have entertainment here. That's the Waverly Tumbleweeds. So please enjoy the Waverly Tumbleweeds.
As father of the bride, I want to welcome everybody, and I want to welcome you to the Democratic Republican Conference. And we are going to vote at this conference for the best couple of the year. Now, I want to say a couple things about Debbie. Because what we would like to do is embarrass her a little bit, you know?
I'm used to this by now.
If you remember in the conventions, there's always someone would come up and talk about their father, their mother, depending on which convention you went to. But I'm going to talk about Debbie. Debbie has certain characteristics which I think Jay needs to know.
Too late!
One thing about Debbie was, my older two daughters, when we went into the hospital, it took them like 2 or 3 hours before they popped out. But Debbie, she was out in 15 minutes. She was on a mission. She knew she had things she did to do, and she knew she had to do it now. So I congratulate her on that. In fact, I'll tell you a little story. I was in the waiting room, and it was 2 hours had gone by, and I went to the nurse, and I said, well, 2 hours is probably okay. She says, well, you had a daughter an hour and 3/4 ago. The other thing about Debbie, which I wanted to mention, was she is a greatest artist. She has been working in restoration art, and she has received many honors, several honors, of which I was the proud father to go with her to the award ceremonies. She has worked in the Capitol building, the cathedral in Baltimore, the Engineers Club. She also worked in a fellow who's Attorney General which I believe was John Ashcroft. If you people are in the Nixon era, remember him. I believe the story goes that this fellow walked into Ashcroft's office and said, "John, you're going to have to leave." And he said, "Why is that?" He says, "Because your office is looking better than mine." So that was, to me, was a compliment for Debbie. The other thing is Debbie is very compassionate. This is kind of a sad story, but
No sad stories.
her cat, Petey Boy, was sick. She took him to the vet. The vet said that he had to be put down. And Debbie took him home, cradled him, fed him, and brought him back to life. And this is, you know, to do a thing like that is outstanding. And Jay is very compassionate also. When Debbie heard her best friend had passed, Jay came over to immediately, held her, and consoled her. And the compassion between the two is just fantastic. And I would like to nominate Jay and Debbie as Couple of the Year, and I'm hoping that all of the people here in this convention, the Democratic Republican Convention, do agree and will vote for them this November. Thank you.
Come on over here. I just wanted to give you a little gift.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble.
You don't have to open up in front of everybody.
It's a gift to my dad.
Well, we all want to see it. It's just a hanky. Read the same word?
All right. I think it's I think it's worth reading. It says, "To my dad," that's me, in case you didn't notice. "You are the first man I ever loved. When you gave me away today, know that I will always be your little girl, your loving daughter, Debbie."
Again, ladies and gentlemen, the Waverly Tumbleweeds.
I've been watching this group over here for the past hour. Was figuring I had to come over and say hi.
This is everybody from the Clark Farm.
I was gonna guess this must be the Clark Farm guys.
We're hoping that you guys can come over this way. I mean, you know,
This is our usual
We're doing. We're
it's true. Habits are hard to break.
Jack is usually right.
Yeah. Usually people come with their children. Hi, are you open? Have the kids on.
I wasn't expecting Jay to be here, so I was gonna come over and see if you had anything to say to them to record.
Congratulations.
So pretend he's not here. Tell him.
Congratulations.
I'll see you at Petco.